typically, when you're receiving advice from people, anyone, it's because their intentions are your best interest at hand. So maybe they know something, they're aware of something, they notice something particular in your behavior, your character, and it concerns them to the point where they're like, well, let me tell you something to help you out a little bit. Unfortunately, it comes out as, let me tell you why you're wrong, you need to listen to me. But this is never the intention of when people are giving advice. Me now, when I'm speaking to you, it's not a matter of saying, listen to me because I'm right. It's like, I think I have something that may benefit you. So please don't take it personally if it's criticism or whatever, because the intention is golden, you know? A lot of times, unfortunately, when you catch with older folk, they come out kind of hard. You know? It's reality, a little harsh, and they're not too sensitive. But understand that the intention is there, and as Muslims, our concern isn't really like to be right, but it is to do what is right. You know. So I'm not going to get mad when someone corrects me because they're guiding me towards what is right. So I might be wrong, right? You guys might be wrong. If someone says, "Sister, your hijab is not on right," or whatever, right? And you might be wrong in that instance. So are you going to take that instance to sink or swim? You're going to sink and say, people always getting on my case, I can't believe this. Or you're going to say, maybe what they're saying is right, and I can grow a little bit from it, you know? Maybe what they're saying is trying to put me back or put me towards what I really want to be about, or maybe they're just getting on my nerves. So really, because you're in Islamic school, you're going to catch this way more often than anyone in public school, because the people here genuinely have concern for your development as individuals. Hold on a second, get your question later. And that's really the biggest difference, you guys, between being a public school and a private school. In a public school, the intention is test scores and graduation. So if you come out like really rude to your parents, the nastiest dude around, but everyone thinks you're funny, and you're just overall a jerk, but you get straight A's, you get good grades, to the public school, it's a success. But it's Tawheed Prep here. If you come out that same way, great grades, but you're a jerk and you don't exemplify what it is to be a Muslim, then that's a failure on everyone's behalf. And so that's when the parents and the teachers here are trying to help you guys grow, they're trying to help you grow comprehensively. As individuals, as students, as teachers, as anything, they want you to grow completely. And as a result, it's going to come off kind of harsh. It's going to come off as like, you're not doing enough here, you're not doing enough here. Why? Because the standard is up here. Whereas in public school, the standard is like, you know what I'm saying? Because this is Islam and this is everything else. Alright? So as long as you're not here, you're never, of course people are going to have concerns, because look at what they expect out of you, you know? And this is what I want you guys really to take away from this. Being here at Tawheed Prep it's a comprehensive education, you know? And this sort of segues into, and so like, when it comes to receiving advice, think of it like that. Take it back a second and be like, are they really getting on my nerves or something I can learn from this? Am I more concerned with being right or doing what's right? You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to be wrong at some point. So you might as well do, the only way to be right at all times is to commit yourself to doing what is right. That's what Surah Al-Fatiha is about. Oh Allah, guide us to the straight path. And if we fall errant of that path, bring us back to that straight path. Don't make me right all the time. I mean, come on, that's arrogance. The difference between here being in a public school and being here in a private school, Tawheed Prep, a small private school versus a public school. I know the natural feeling is y'all are missing out. I went to public school my entire life, and then I went to a public university, so I'm not really familiar with private school. But looking at this, I can sense from you guys as a feeling like, man, I kind of wish I was at public school. There's so many more people. There's so many more things there, you know? But the reality is, when you go there, it's all the same stuff, just more people. You know what I'm saying? What you have here is a family, and you're not going to get that at public school. What ends up happening is, you'll be in a class of 30, 40 people, whatever. Out of those 30, 40, they all know your name. 5 or 6 of your friends, you know? Out of the whole school of 1,000 people, they all know you. It's just as easy to identify. Those are the Muslim girls. And as opposed to y'all being rejected overall by the group of people, you're accepted here for what you are and who you're about. And that's something that you're not going to find somewhere else. What you have here is family, you know. And I know it may not feel like because of the size of it, but that means that's that much easier for each of y'all to connect and establish firm connections. So when you come out of here, it's like, we're Tawheed Prep kids. I don't know where y'all went to school, but I went to Tawheed Prep, and we came out all right. So it's up to you guys. Are you going to be, there go those Tawheed Prep kids. They don't, that really comes out of those kids. They always just sort of loaf around. And, or you're going to be, that's a Tawheed Prep kid. And it shows in the way they act. And I know because he's smart. He's not dumb. Look at his friends. Look at her friends. Look how they carry themselves. They're Tawheed Prep kids. So it's a small body, right? But it's up to you guys to make it a vibrant, thriving body. And it's so much easier when it's smaller because y'all have each other. You know what I'm saying? When you're in private school, if I miss a day of school, only people who knew were my 5 or 6 homies. Everyone else is like, oh yeah, didn't you miss school a week ago? But if Nigel's not here, I'm sure every single one of y'all know he's not here. And think of it, Nigel, everyone cares about you in that respect. Like, where is Nigel? That boy needs to be learning today. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what y'all have here. This is what y'all have here to be, strong Muslims. So I don't want for you to think that you're missing out on anything. The only thing you're missing out on is more nonsense. I mean, the reality is, if I can be real, can I be real?
Be real.
I mean, real? The reality is, those people, when they say they're missing out on public school, they just miss out on the whole gender interaction. The guys want to try to flirt and impress girls, and the girls want to show up and look good in front of the guys. Believe me, I've been there for 12 years or whatever. Same thing in college. And this is what people are saying when they're missing out, because you hear the same complaint from guys at all-boys schools and small girls schools. They're like, man, I want to go to public school. It's so much better. But the education is top-notch. You got great friends. Why you want to go? You know, it's different. Of course it's different.